Hi, Derek Johnson with Tatango.com here. Big day yesterday in mobile messaging where Waterfall, one of the large SMS messaging providers, has been acquired. They were acquired for $24.4 million in cash. Waterfall, in the statement, said that they'll generate about $9 million this year in revenue. The company was founded in 2005. But before we talk about who actually acquired Waterfall, if you've been following the Tatango blog or following mobile messaging, you'll know that Waterfall has done some acquisitions in the past themselves. So let's go through those. First one was Archer, which was in 2004. Fun fact, Archer is a Seattle-based SMS company, and so is Tatango. The second acquisition they made was Tetherball. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a logo for Tetherball. It's no longer a brand, so that should do. That was in 2005, Waterfall made that acquisition. So, who acquired Waterfall for $24.4 million? It's a company called Upland. You may not have heard of it. The reason you may not have heard of it is it actually is similar to kind of like a holding company where it actually acquires a lot of companies and then runs under those different brands. So Upland is a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. You can actually search their stock symbol. It's UPLD. They IPO'd in 2014. Their market cap right now is $486 million. That's a lot of money, $486 million. 2017 revenues, they're expecting to be about $91.2 million to $95.2 million. And adjusted EBITDA, which is kind of like a profit, between $28 and $31 million. Okay, so where is Upland getting the money to acquire Waterfall for $24.4 million? So first off, they did their IPO back in 2014. During that IPO, they raised $46 million. But recently, November 2016, they got a credit facility, which is kind of like a credit line, of $90 million to acquire software companies. Okay, so that $90 million plus the IPO, they've done about 14 acquisitions since, I think, going public. So let's look at some of those acquisitions. There's a bunch of them here. Okay, so you have Clickability, which is a web content management software solution. You have Eclipse PPM, which is a project portfolio management. And as you can see now, they're calling it like Upland Eclipse PPM. 10 Rocks, which is a professional service automation software. So very kind of wide array of software for businesses that they're offering under the Upland company. Ultravia, which is a supply chain management software. Again, very wide and diversified. Power Steering, which is a program and portfolio management company, software again. ComSci, IT financial management. Again, these are only a couple of them, the ones that we could easily find. And then Right Answers, which actually was in April 2017. They haven't actually even done their new logo yet, looks like, because we could only find this one online. This is an enterprise knowledge management software. Okay, so anybody that is in mobile messaging, been following the Tatango blog, might have heard of the name Upland for some reason. And that's because Upland, back in December 2014, acquired a company, an SMS marketing company, called Mobile Commons. Okay, so back in, they acquired in 2014, the deal was valued at $10.2 million. $5.7 million in cash, the rest was in stock. Okay? Mobile Commons has focused, or is focusing on government, healthcare, nonprofits. That's kind of their area of focus for mobile messaging. After Upland bought Mobile Commons, they also acquired HipCricket. HipCricket was started actually back in 2004. So even before Tatango, before Waterfall, they were kind of one of the original players in mobile messaging. They were purchased by Upland Software for 1 million shares of Upland. So it was an all-share deal, all shares in Upland, and that was valued at that time about $6.2 million. And that was in March of 2016. So, just to recap, Upland now owns Waterfall. They own all of those other, software providers. They own HipCricket and Mobile Commons. So since the acquisition of HipCricket, since the acquisition of Mobile Commons, Upland has rebranded a few times their Mobile Commons product. So it was then called Mobile Commons by Upland. Recently, to match kind of all the other brands and software companies they own, it's Upland Mobile Commons. And then yesterday, they announced in their release that they're going to be taking Upland Mobile Commons, Waterfall, and I'm guessing, they didn't say it in the release, but I'm guessing HipCricket is going to be part of this kind of joint company or brand. They're going to be combining all of those solutions and all those platforms and the offerings of the mobile messaging solution into Upland Mobile Messaging. I mocked this logo up. We don't actually know it looks like this, but it looks like all the other ones. But they're calling it in the release Upland Mobile Messaging, so I can guess this is kind of what it's going to look like. So Upland Mobile Messaging is going to be a combination of maybe HipCricket, we're not sure, that wasn't disclosed, Upland Mobile Commons, so again, the kind of government, nonprofit type text messaging. And then with the acquisition, $24.4 million yesterday, Waterfall. Waterfall is focused on kind of like the retail, restaurants, more, not nonprofits and government and political type work. So this new brand, Upland Mobile Messaging, will really kind of focus on all kinds of types of mobile messaging, where before Mobile Commons really only focused on one type or one type of client. So big news, huge consolidation effort happening right now in mobile messaging. As you can see, it was already big before the Waterfall deal. Now it's even bigger with the Waterfall deal. But huge news yesterday. So Waterfall being acquired by Upland for $24.4 million. Again, I'm Derek Johnson with Tatango.com, and stay tuned for future videos.